Hi. Something English is very famous for is having a lot of different accents. In America alone, you have a kind of standard accent, you have a southern accent, you have a western accent, you have a Midwest accent, etc. Over in Europe, you have obviously the UK, which has the English accent, Scottish accent, and the Irish accent, and many different accents within those countries. Down in the southern hemisphere, you have the Australian accent, the South African accent, and many more. And on top of that, every foreigner is going to have their own kind of accent based on their native language. So what I'll show you today is why WordReference.com is so good for learning English, and especially for learning the English accents. Because down in the definition section of English, this is the dictionary, and when you type in a word, let's use for example, aluminum, this gives you not only the definition of the word, but it also gives you the spelling in the International Phonetic Alphabet, also known as IPA. This tells you the actual pronunciation of the word in a couple different accents. The main two accents they talk about at the top is UK and US. But we have this drop-down box, which shows us a lot more accents that exist. For example, in the US,
aluminum.
And the interesting thing is that in the UK, they don't actually say aluminum, they say aluminium. And without even spelling the word differently, this will change that in the pronunciation.
Aluminium.
Obviously, you can also see that there are different accents like Irish,
Aluminum.
Scottish,
Aluminium.
Australian.
Aluminium.
They even have Jamaican.
Aluminum.
And as I mentioned in my video about collocations in English, all of these words you can click on. So if you use this and you don't know what, for example, corroded means, you can click on that and it brings up a definition for you. Another word that people love to say in English, especially in a British accent, is the word water. As you can hear, I say it water. A lot of people like to use the British pronunciation of water. And here, when we put it into the UK accent, you hear it like this.
Water.
So you can actually hear that the main accent is not even water, but water. And if you want to practice the difference between the different American accents, what's good is to click on the US,
Water.
and then go down to the Southern accent.
Water.
And hopefully you can clearly hear the difference. And obviously go back and forth to get some practice in. The other way I usually look up how to pronounce something if I'm unsure is I also go to Google. And for example, I typed in how to pronounce aluminum.
Aluminum.
So this gives me the American accent by default, but I can also switch to the British accent.
Aluminum.
And they don't even actually say aluminium. They just read it as I typed it. The other reason why this is not so great is because they only have these two pronunciations. Not many people want to learn the Jamaican accent, but with word reference, you at least have that option.